Okay.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Bible study with Prophets of Awakening. We want to say that we're very grateful for everyone who is on the line today. We are very grateful to the Lord of Hosts as he continues to bring us together. We are asking the Lord of Hosts today to magnify the anointing that is within all of us, but we're asking him to magnify it even more in our teacher as he comes forth to continue to share with us the truth of who we are, whose we are, and how we can begin to function as we should. So today's topic in the beginning of this class is from the first video on the website, Prophets of Awakening, entitled Thinking Like a Hebrew Israelite. So at this time, I want to turn it over to our teacher, Leonard. And how we're going to function is basically Leonard will introduce his purpose for making the video, and then those of us who have questions want to ask your question, allow him to respond to the question, and want to try to keep it moving. Don't want to try to get stagnated, because one of the components of us learning the truth is also giving the Most High an opportunity to allow that word to marinate and allow the Most High to speak to us. So we know that Rome was not built in a day. We're not going to understand everything all at once, and so, but we do want to make sure that we allow the answers and the scriptures that are given to us, take those answers and those scriptures and spend some time with the Most High, because he's the only one that can bring the revelation of what is being shared. On that note, we're going to turn it over to Leonard.
Oh, shalom. So what I'm doing today is I'm going over the fact that doing a recap on the first video, Thinking Like a Hebrew, because it's imperative that we think like our ancestors did. Because right now we dealing with Western and Greek thought, and it's a big difference in the way that our forefathers thought and operated in the way the Greeks and the Romans and the people of the day operate. But before I get into that, I wanted to based on the fact that where we at, in prophecy, we so close to our end time regathering that it's not funny. So I was doing a little current event, and what I'm dealing with right now is I'm quite sure everybody know about the Mueller investigation with Trump. And so what I discovered last couple of days, matter of fact, yesterday morning, was that I'm kind of lay it out. What I discovered is guy Robert Mueller he's gonna make a public announcement in January on all his findings. And so it's got the whole known world stirred up right now, because they're not really sure which direction he's gonna go in or what's gonna happen. And so he says that what they found, some of the things that they know he found is that one part of the investigation is it's supposed to be about Russian spies and the Trump administration, but they found out that there's other countries involved, the Middle Eastern countries that attempted to influence the 2016 election, and they have various witnesses in the Trump campaign that was deeply connected to the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Israel. And they said the Trump administration also used social media to manipulate the election in Trump's favor. And then they come to find out that Iran was overthrown. They're trying to overthrow Iran. That was all part of this thing with Trump, with the Trump election. It was all that was all tied into it. So with that understanding, you can see that whenever he do come out and do what he's gonna do, it's a whole lot of implications. There's gonna be a whole lot of chaos. They found out that it's the Russian investigation is over. And so the guy that Michael Flynn, which is one of the main characters in his drama, is he just been opened all the way up. He's singing like a bluebird. What he did is he connected links between Trump and the Russian government. Democrats on the House Intel Committee are hoping to take another shot at the questioning this guy called Eric Prince. You know, if anybody know who Eric Prince is, he's the guy that's over the Blackwater. You know, when Blackwater was created when they went into Saudi. I mean, they went into Iraq and invaded Iraq. They had what they call them, sort of like let me see what they call mercenary soldiers. They civilian soldiers, and they had this company called Blackwater, and this guy Eric Prince was over it. And so now he didn't emerge as some kind of dictator, over this like a private army. And so he coming up out. He starting to come up in this Russian investigation. Yeah. So and yesterday what I discovered too now that just in this thing that Trump is so paranoid because the investigation and the people that they questioning is getting closer and closer to him. So now they didn't post the 2 Marines outside the doors of the White House to watch Trump. And then let me see what else I had on there. Yeah, they got this like a sort of like Time magazine. It's called American Media Inc. It's a tabloid publishing company. They done linked that company with Trump. Trump used that tabloid company to muzzle down all the bad stories and target all his enemies. You know, all the people that come up against him. And so with all that going on, Trump chief of staff had stepped down, and now he can't get nobody to be the chief of staff. He's going around trying to get all these different people to be the chief of staff, but nobody won't take it because they know what's getting ready to happen. So nobody won't step in and take the position, right? And so one other thing involving that is the fact that, I mean, this is something that you probably ain't know, was that Trump mentor is this dude called Roy Cohen. He was like he was a lawyer, but he was like a gangster type of lawyer. But he's the father of the dude Cohen, the one that's doing all the that they Mueller and them is investigating. That was Trump lawyer. That's his. Roy Cohen is his dad. And so what Roy Cohen was, what his motto was, being that he was this big gangster mafia type of dude, and because he was tied to the government, his thing was he'll lie about everything, and when somebody attack him, he'll attack them back twice as hard as they attack him, and then he said, keep it relentless, keep your attack relentless until the people finally give up, and we see that's exactly what Trump doing. He's doing the same thing. He lie about everything, and then every time somebody come up against him, he'll attack them back just twice as hard. And then he don't never stop. He just keep on fabricating one line on top of another line until you back up off him. And so what we see happening is this don't apply when you're dealing with the federal government, because when you're dealing with the mob, it might have worked, but we see it ain't working now because they stacking the cards up all around. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that being said, I had one more thing to say. All this stuff is letting you know that especially with that HR 1242 being announced, and then they came back with the year 2019 as the year of return. We see everything culminating to it's right on point. And so this other video I saw, you can watch it if you get a chance. It's called it's actually two of them. One of them is the Sanhedrin Third Temple Ritual in Jerusalem. It's 12 minutes.
The what?
It's the Sanhedrin Third Temple Ritual in Jerusalem. So what they did was, they deal with because of lack of understanding and lack of knowledge, a lot of people don't understand the severity of Hanukkah. Hanukkah is what happened in the Maccabees when the Maccabees came in and rededicated the temple in Jerusalem, and so understanding all that, not to get sidebarred or sidetracked, they're not dealing with this. Nobody is Greek thought, New Testament thought. They're not dealing with Zerubbabel temple. That's the reason why you hear me iterate Zerubbabel temple so much. They just totally wipe Zerubbabel temple out of the equation. So they say that the Maccabees, if you understand, I know you've heard of the Maccabees in Apocrypha, but the Maccabees is a family, a lineage of people that rededicated the temple. And when they rededicated the temple, the oil, that menorah has, you have to pour oil in each one of those branches on that menorah, and that oil is you light it at the top. So you got 7 lamps burning in there. But they didn't have enough oil. When you keep that Passover, it's supposed to last 7 days. They didn't have enough oil in the lamps to last for 7 days. So they didn't know what to do because they was under siege too. So the story goes is that oil miraculously stayed supplied for the whole 8 days. It lasted for 8 days, but they actually didn't have the oil, but the oil burned anyway. They're saying the Most High showed up, and anyway. So what they telling you is this: the 7-branch menorah that David and Solomon had in their temple, now they have the 9 branch. They had a whole branch to the menorah. Think about that. That's how ridiculous it is. But the average person don't understand that. Yeah, so they added this 9 branches on the menorah. Now, that's what Hanukkah is. Hanukkah.
Okay, so you're saying that the original menorah had 7.
Right. Why?
Well, based on the video that we're going to be talking about in a little bit, the Most High deals with the number 7, and it represents the eyes of the Lord, the 7 archangels which stand before the Lord and are his eyes that go to and fro in the earth.
Right. That was established in the very beginning. So in the very beginning, the Most High worked 6 days on the creation, and then on the 7th day he rested. The branches are those 7 branches are the 7 days, but the lamps on top was the 7 angels. Okay. The 7 lights. Okay. So in the 6 days he worked. So you got 3 branches on each side of the staff. The staff that the 6 branches coming off of, that's the Shabbat.
Okay.
So they done came with this bogus story here when you understand it, then you get away from it. But they add a whole other branch on there.
Mhm.
And 9 branches. 9 branch menorah.
Okay.
That's an abomination. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. And when you understand, when I go here, it's because I can go there because of I know what didn't happen. I'm going to the book of Revelations. They took it out of Daniel. You see, I mean, you'll see what I'm talking about when I get there. It says, chapter 4, Revelation, verse 1. This straight out of the book of Daniel. You got it?
Uh-huh.
So what's happening is John has been taken up to heaven, and we know that angels are spirits. They're synonymous. Angels ain't one thing, and spirit is something else. Angels and spirits are the same thing. They're synonymous. Angels are ministering spirits, and so they have a different type of makeup than we got. So, and we made in their image. So, whatever we got on us, they got it on them. So chapter 4, verse 1 says, after this I looked, and behold, the door was opened in heaven. And the first voice which I heard was as it were a trumpet, talking with me, and said, come up hither, and I will show thee things that which must be hereafter. So what you have to understand right here, I have to break it down, is that John is laying on the ground, and in a vision, it's the Most High called the spirit that's in there, and John is taken up. His body's still on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand that, too. And look what he say, and immediately I was in the spirit, see? The spirit was taken up. And behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. This solid gold right here, when you read it, but they just stuck it in the middle of Revelation, and this is one of the reasons why Revelation is so deceptive to the Hebrew, because they took truths out of the Old Testament and put them over here. And so 4, round about the throne were 24 seats, and upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed in white raiment, and they had on their heads crowns of gold. And out of the throne proceeded lightning and thundering and voices. Now, and there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of God. There you go. So we see right here that Most High says nothing, it changed not. So the menorah represents this right here. These 7 angels and the 7 lamps that's on top of the menorah, which is 7 angels. The branches is the 6 days and the Shabbat. So it changed not. This right here we see, this is in heaven. So how in the world are you going to add another branch to the menorah? So that means that you got to put, if you add another branch to it, then you got to put another lamp and another, you know what I'm saying? So you got to put a whole other angel up there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So that's ludicrous.
Right. Okay. And
so this was established right here in the very beginning. Right here, this it changed not. And so when you dealing with any part of the Bible, you gotta build it off of this. If it ain't bouncing off of this, then it's a wicked scribe hoodwink. So anyway, so what they did was this first video was that the Sanhedrin dedicating the altar. They built the altar, and they sanctifying the altar. The first I gave you the first video was the Sanhedrin and the third temple ritual in Jerusalem, and the other video where they actually showing them doing it. This just happened day before yesterday. The third temple, Israel Sanhedrin sacrificing animals for the new temple. So right here on the second video, They actually sacrificing the animal. And so, on that note right there, before I get started with the class, I want to show you something in Second Maccabees, and in the Apocrypha. You don't have to go there. I'm gonna read it. And everybody keeps, based on the New Testament, everybody assumes we're going in the wilderness. They keep saying we're going in the wilderness. We're going in the wilderness, and we went in the wilderness, and when we left out of Egypt was because we wasn't no nation. We went to Mount Sinai, and the Most High gave us all the law, statutes, and judgments, and the things that we have to do. Statutes, which consists of what you have to do to cleanse a person. If a person has leprosy, if the Israelites get ran out, the temple gets destroyed, they show you what you have to do to cleanse the land and all that. So, now, what Zerubbabel and Josiah and them came, left out of Babylon and Ezra, and they returned back to the land. And I'm going to start reading in 1 Ezra chapter 5, verse 47. They ain't going no wilderness because they ain't have to. And so this is why when I'm showing you with this video, they're making the sacrifices. Esau know that, but he can't do that. But he's just going through the motions, even though he know he ain't. It can't work. So 1 Ezra chapter 5, verse 1. 1 Ezra chapter 5, verse 47 says, when the 7th month came, and the Israelites were all in their own home, they back in the land of Israel, they gathered with a single purpose in the square before the first gate toward the east. Same gate we was talking about the other day. Then Josiah, son of Jodak, one of the princes, with his fellow priests, and Zerubbabel, son of Sethel, the other prince, with his kinsmen, took their places and prepared the altar of God of Israel. Same what they just did on this video. Says, and they erected the altar in this place. Of all the people of the land all the people of the land were hostile to them and were stronger than they. And they offered sacrifices at the proper time and burnt offerings to the Lord morning and evening. They kept the festival of booths as it is commanded in the law, and offered the proper sacrifices every day. And thereafter the regular offerings and the sacrifices on the Shabbat and the new moons at all the consecrated feasts. And all who had made any vow to God began to offer sacrifice to God from the new moon to the 7th month, though the temple was not yet built. That's what they're doing right now. They gave money to the masons and the carpenters, and food and drink and carts to the Sidonians and the Tyrians to bring cedar logs from Lebanon and to convey them to the rafts to the harbor of Joppa, according to the decree that they had in the writings of King Cyrus of Persia. So like I was saying, you see what they doing. You think they just doing this out of just to be doing it, but it's a process and it's a law, and they had a book, they had an understanding of that, but they can't. It's not legitimate when they do it, but they know the process. So we ain't going to no wilderness because right here they didn't go in the wilderness. That was the purpose that Cyrus came out and had his treasure in Mithras to get him all the vessels. He gave them the gold and the silver and what they needed to go back to cleanse the land. The same thing they're gonna do in Ezekiel. When he raised them up out of the ground, he says he's gonna take them back to the land of Israel, and they're gonna cleanse the land. Yeah. So.
Okay. So when we look at these current events that you have shared with us, as it relates to Trump, it relates to all of the investigations that are going on, and right. Could you just remind us of what that HR bill is about, real quick?
Well, the HR 1242 is a document that Trump signed into law, saying that African Americans been here for 400 years, and that 2019, the year 2019, mark the end of the 400 years that we've been here, and through the UN and the United States, they want to celebrate that. They want to have all type of commitment and the celebrations, and they acknowledging our contributions to America and the affliction that we endured for the 400 years.
Okay, then, so as we go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just trying to conclude the current events so we can move on into the Bible study. But the current events that you have shared with us, we are not to be dismayed as to what we see going on. It is simply fulfillment of that which the Most High and His prophets have said would come to pass. But we need to be we need to be in the know on what's going on, and I've really been enlightened through your sharing of the current events today about Hanukkah, and the menorah that they are using is not the same menorah that we read about used by the by God's people, the Hebrew Israelites. So on that note, could we move into?
Well, I want to add to that before we go on, because my thing is every opportunity I get, I try to expound on it, because and especially now that it's being recorded, so you can go back and you can see it, because the Most High, it ain't nothing I'm doing, the Most High doing it. So Daniel 9:25, it says that, and I got to do this. It says, let me get it right quick. All is going to tie into the lesson anyway, so it's just going to be an overlap. So Daniel 9:25, you have to understand is this is a golden card in Christianity. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now look what it says after that. This is back to what we was dealing with the other day. Unto the Jerusalem, unto the Messiah, the Prince, shall be 7 weeks, 62 weeks, and the street shall be built again, and the wall, even in troublesome time. What Prince? Zerubbabel. See that? Mm-hmm. Now, what these Edomites did, they put a capital Prince. They capitalized Prince, just like in Jerusalem, just like in Genesis 18. Lord is more than one Lord. They capitalized Lord because that Lord was Michael. But now they capitalized right here because they hoodwinked the scripture to say that Jesus is the Prince, which is he a supernatural being, so they capitalized. But that's the Prince, small p. That's the Zerubbabel. Now the point I'm making is tied to Hanukkah, which is let you know it's a bald-faced lie. Verse 26. And after 62 weeks shall the Messiah, that's the Prince up here, Zerubbabel, shall be cut off. Not in the future, see? So be cut off, but not for himself. And the people of the Prince, they go to another Prince. This Antioch Epiphanes. He come from a priestly lineage. From Antioch Epiphanes, from Ptolemy, one of the 4 generals. They say, and the people of the Prince that shall come shall destroy the city. Look what he say. Destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood. Not nobody going to come and rededicate the temple. It's the abomination that make it desolate. How they going to come back and rededicate it? So we see that's a lie. And then the abomination. What?
Go ahead.
So not only did they concoct that, they add a whole other branch to the menorah.
Okay.
So that's crazy.
Okay.
Right. So, but through the Spirit of the Most High, all that can be discerned. Everybody don't know that. Everybody don't know that, but that's crazy. Because he started out with David, Solomon, and all of them. He's gonna resurrect them. When he resurrects them, David going in the Holy of Holies, and there's a 9-branch menorah in there. Come on, you gotta think about that. So Yeah, so if you don't have no questions, I'm going to go into the lesson.
Okay, so to bring closure to the current events and what you shared, definitely we can have more teaching on Hanukkah and its diabolical significance as it relates to the menorah and how they are mocking the truth of what the menorah really should be. And the H.R. 1242, the Trump investigation, all the events that are taking place in our current times in the news, we need to be making sure that we understand. I mean, I don't think that we should just say, okay, the Most High has a plan, but we should be watching and up to date on what is going on and how urgent it is for us, to understand. Because if we don't, if it's just like today, I mean, when they talk about Hanukkah, I was not paying attention to the fact that the menorah has 9 branches as opposed to 7. So just having that knowledge and knowing what to look for, it's a blessing, and it keeps us not only in the know, but in the know with the knowledge that helps us to differentiate truth from a lie.
Right. So it's not something that when you start talking about getting the proper information and all that, and we at the end times, it's nothing to fret about. You ain't got to fret about it because the Most High says that He in control of all that. So if you chose him, He said He gonna choose His jewels in the last days. Believe me, He's gonna say, happy are the feet of the man that cometh with bearing good tidings. So we know that the prophets, when they prayed for understanding, they expected an angel to show up. Well, if you ain't a prophet, you're expecting a man of God to show up. And that's the Most High's responsibility. So you don't fret over that because He gonna bring the knowledge. It's whether you gonna deal with it or not. So He gonna bring the knowledge.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Were there any other quick comments on the current events that were shared? Okay. If not, then we're going to move into the video on the Prophets of the Awakening website entitled Thinking Like a Hebrew Part 1. And one of the ways that the video was introduced, it said, "We do not think and reason properly." Okay? And as Hebrew Israelites, because of the influences of other people through the religions that we have been exposed to. And so part of Leonard's intention for this video was to get us back around to thinking like a Hebrew Israelite. There were 3 statements that he broke down on this video that would help us to understand. When we read these statements in Scripture, we need to have an understanding of them. And the first statement was those that did escape. And then the second thing he broke down was the understanding and the meaning of, and the root of Elohim. And then the third thing that he broke down on this video was the statement, for yet 7 days. So as we move into discussing this video, if I could, Leonard, I would ask those who would have questions about those that did escape. That was the first statement that he broke down. Did anybody have questions about that statement, those that did escape, as it relates to the Hebrew Israelites and how we are to think when we see that statement in Scripture? No one has questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I was going to do was I got all 3 of them wrote down. I was just going to do a recap and go through
Okay.
them. And
All right.
then if I come across something that somebody don't understand or want clarity on, then all they have to do is just say they have a question.
Okay. So, well, I'm going to be watching the clock here, and we want to try to get through this
Right.
in the next 15 minutes. So, if you have a question, please say loudly "question," and then that'll alert our teacher to yield for you to ask your question.
Right. So, okay, you finished?
Yes.
So, because my thing is getting an understanding. You know, ain't about nothing else with me. So, what we just dealt with before I started on this was when you're building a house, you got to lay a foundation. Well, the New Testament, what we were just dealing with was that's how they laid the foundation by bringing the Maccabees and all them in. What I'm dealing with, that's the foundation. They had to lay that foundation in order to bring the New Testament in, because before that it was already a foundation laid. That's why they saying that you know ain't no such thing as angels and all this. These Christians saying that because that the foundation that was laid, the actual reality that the Most High laid down is angels involved. But they want to downplay all that because they didn't lay another foundation to bring you into the New Testament. And that's what we're dealing with. But reason why I keep iterating on it. That's where the foundation is. That's where all the drama and all that is. Right there with Zerubbabel and understanding who the Lord is, Prince, all that. They laid a whole nother foundation and took us away from thinking like a Hebrew and understanding how our forefathers understood it and how our forefathers perceived everything that was brought to them by the Most High and the angels. So anyway, with that being said, I'm the first verse in the video, thinking like a Hebrew 1, was those that did escape, and so that's imperative that you understand that, because in the beginning, when those angels came down on Mount Hermon, they made a pact on Mount Hermon. They went from Mount Hermon and went and took wives, Genesis chapter 6, and slept with them, and that's how you got giants. Well, once they did that, they lost their ability to ascend, to go back to heaven. They can go back to heaven. So Enoch was the one in charge at the time, which is to break that down. Enoch was Melchizedek at the time. He was that Melchizedek. Adam was at first, and when Adam died, Seth became that Melchizedek, that line of Melchizedek. Then at the time when these angels did this, Enoch was in play. So they had to go to Enoch to ask him to pray for the Most High for them, that's an abomination, because the angels supposed to be giving Enoch knowledge. So Enoch went to the Lord of hosts and told him what their request was, and then he sent him back and told him, tell them that because of you supposed to be informing them, not that they informing you, and he denied the request. So a decree went out to bind them in different parts of the earth in chains and feathers in darkness. Well, that brings us to this right here. Those that did escape, he always leave a remnant. He bound all of them, but he left a remnant. He left Mamre and a remnant of fallen angels. That's why giants was continue to being born. So,
question.
You say, what?
Question.
Go ahead.
So, are you saying that when we think about a remnant, we are not just thinking about a remnant of righteous people, but the practice of the Most High is that He leaves a remnant of even the wicked?
Yeah, He leaves a remnant because that's part of His characteristic. So He says that when you see, that's why I'm saying you have to understand this. Every chance I get, I plug it in. So maybe you catch it sooner or later. But He says that, am I not righteous? When He's talking to Israel, He said, am I not righteous? Then He says, when you go to Nehemiah, which is one of the verses I referred to in this part of the video, was that Nehemiah went when he saw Hananiah that he had came from Jerusalem and it was in Babylon. He ran to him to inquire him about the remnant. He wanted to know whether the remnant there. So when Nehemiah found that it was a remnant there, then what he said, "My Lord is righteous." Mm-hmm. Why? Because he left me a remnant.
Okay, so what question? So we rejoice as Hebrew Israelites. We rejoice just like Nehemiah did when we understand that that there's a remnant in our land. Because what that says to us, based on your video, is that that the Most High is not done with us. There is still hope. There is, that He's going to regather us. So we understand the celebration. The celebration on the part of knowing that there's a remnant of the Hebrew Israelites. But what happens when we understand that there is a remnant left of the wicked? How do we think about that? Do we think that if there's a remnant of the wicked people left, because I know that one of the things that the Most High has a habit of doing, or the way He functions, He will bring wicked people against the righteous in order to chastise them and move them back to Him. So how do we think about a remnant of wickedness that's left in the land?
Well, that goes back to what I was saying about what you have to understand is this goes a lot. Nobody really don't ponder on this though. But when they can't figure out how in the world did we get when you look at some of the videos and you can surmise the strength just to looking at some of those Hebrew Israelites when they got them from the west coast of Africa and brought them here. How did they do that? How did they get there? How did they come there on their own turf and just overtake them and to the numbers that they did? Because they don't think like these clowns think. They think righteous. So the Most High, even though you're dealing with these wicked angels, He's righteous. And so when you be righteous, how do you operate when you're righteous? You leave a remnant. So whether they're wicked or not, He's righteous, and He leaves a remnant. That's why He always say, "Was I not righteous?" So then when He do come and drop the bomb like He did in Obadiah, that's when He killed the remnant. He called the Edomites to kill the remnant. Then you can't say that he wasn't righteous, because over and over again He left a remnant. He was righteous. Mm-hmm. But then His indignation came to a full. That's why. Go ahead.
You just mentioned the book of Obadiah, and you said that the Most High He killed all the Edomites?
No, he used the Edomites to kill. Let's go there, because I don't like to talk. I'm going to go to Obadiah.
He used the Edomites to come against the righteous people.
Right. He used the Edomites to come against the righteous, like He used the Chaldeans to come against Israel. Hold up 1 minute. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, so Obadiah. You know Obadiah?
Yes,
Okay, so I just broke down by understanding what he leaves a remnant. Then this magnifies Obadiah. So I'm gonna start at verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall, he's talking to Esau, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Is the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gate, and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou was one of them. But thou should, look at this, but thou should not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger. Neither should thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah, in the day of their destruction. Neither should thou have spoken proudly in the day of their distress. Thou should not have entered into the gates of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, they should not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Now, here you go. Neither should thou have stood in the crosshairs. See, remember, Esau was raised by Abraham too. He know this. So he says, neither should thou have stood in the crosshairs to cut off those that did escape. See, he killed the remnant because he want the land.
Okay, okay, so let's revisit. Don, what was your question?
My question is, when you say that Edom killed the remnant, he couldn't have killed all the remnant. He killed those in the land at that time, because if he had killed all the remnant, then we wouldn't be here.
No. It's a good fig and a bad fig. The good fig, remember where Hannah went to Babylon. He left a remnant in the land, and the rest went into captivity. But Esau want the land. He always leave a remnant in the land. But the royals and the princes and all them, Nebuchadnezzar took to Babylon. And so Esau want the land, where he left a remnant there in the land. So Esau killed the remnant to get the land. But Obadiah, Jeremiah, all them, Obadiah, Zerubbabel, Josephus, Joshua, all them in Babylon.
Okay, so what is the understanding of if a remnant is left, then there is hope? So
right.
If
in the land that he gave him.
Right.
He's got a remnant in the land, yeah.
Right. So if a wicked nation is sent to slaughter the remnant,
right,
then where is the hope? If we're looking at the remnant
right.
as hope that the Most High is not done with us, then if the remnant is slaughtered completely,
right,
then that doesn't give us hope. So
that's the purpose. That's the purpose. So look at it.
So are you saying that
there is no remnant?
The remnant that
no, you missing the point. He killing the remnant in the land. He's not killing all the Israelites. You got to go back to the good fig and the bad fig. And so
okay. So
see what I'm saying? So the same thing now. He had a remnant that was taken from the west coast of Africa and brought here for our good. We think it was for our bad, but it was for our good. Jeremiah, Daniel, and all them were taken to Babylon for their good. But he said the remnant that he left there was the bad seed, and they was left to the sword.
Okay, so remnant, so remnant kind of has this dual, multi-purpose meaning. So
right,
I'm thinking one way. I'm thinking that.
Yeah, right.
I'm thinking that when I hear the word remnant, that a remnant of the righteous.
No, it's a remnant of Israelites.
And there are wicked Israelites? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Go to Jeremiah.
What?
Jeremiah.
Yeah, let me find it.
Yeah, so while you're going there, just trying to understand.
24, chapter 24.
Okay.
So you know the story with Jehoiakim, right? Jehoiakim was killed. He tried to run when Nebuchadnezzar and them got there, and he went out the back way and tried to run. They ran him down and killed him. Put his eyes out and
right.
picked him up and killed him. So look
right.
at this. So remember, look what he's telling Jeremiah. The Lord showed me, behold, 2 baskets of food.
Where are you?
24, Jeremiah, verse 1.
Verse 1, okay.
The Lord showed me, behold, 2 baskets of feed were set before the temple of the Lord. After
That's not what mine say.
It's Jeremiah chapter 24, verse 1.
Verse 1 or verse 3?
Jeremiah chapter 24, verse 1.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
The Lord showed me, behold, 2 baskets of figs were set before the temple of the Lord. After Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had carried away captive Jeconiah, the son of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, and the princesses of Judah. There go the princes. But anyway, and the carpenters and the smiths. See, these are people that can with skill and smith from Jerusalem and have brought them to Babylon. One basket. Look what he said you. One basket had very good figs, even like the figs that are first ripe. And the other basket had very naughty figs, which are not to be eaten. And they were so bad. These ones he left. But he had Nebuchadnezzar take the good ones to Babylon. Then he said 3. Then said the Lord unto me, what seest thou, Jeremiah? And I said, figs, good figs, very good, and evil figs, very evil, that cannot be eaten. They are so evil. And again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, like these good figs, so will I acknowledge them. Like I told you, if the Most High wants you to get the knowledge that you one of those pearls that He's getting in the last days, He's gonna bring somebody to you to the knowledge. And if you don't, then whoop-de-doo. That means I'll tell you something. So he says, it's an evil, very evil, that cannot be eaten. They are also evil. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, like those good figs, so will I acknowledge them that are carried away captive to Judah, whom I have sent out of this place into the land of Chaldeans for their good. And I will set mine eyes for them for good. And I will bring them again to this seat. I will bring them again to this land. Remember those that did escape. And I will build them. And I will pull them down. And I will plant them and not pluck them up. And I will give them a heart to know me, that I am the Lord. And they shall be my people. And I will be their God. For they shall return unto me with their whole heart. That's why Nehemiah is asking Hannah, what's going on in Jerusalem? He want to know. So now 8, as the evil figs, which cannot be eaten, they are so evil. Surely, thus saith the Lord, so will I give Zedekiah. Zedekiah was wicked. He's the one burned the scroll, which Jeremiah sent him, and his princesses, and the residue of Jerusalem. That's the remnant that remain in the land. Them that dwell in the land of Egypt, I will deliver them to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth for their hurt, to be a reproach and a proverb, a taunt, and all the places where I should drive them. I will send a sword, famine, and pestilence among them till they be consumed from off the land that I gave unto them and to their forefathers.
Question.
Okay. Go ahead. What?
Are the evil figs, are they the children of the Most High?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they won't repent. They won't turn.
That's all I needed to know. You're saying that they are the children of the Most High.
Right.
But
and
the Most High is determined to destroy them, right?
Right. Well, what you got to look at is you got a good fig and a bad fig there. If you got a basket of figs and you got some spoiled figs in that with them, what's going to happen? They're going to spoil the whole lump. So the Most High got to separate them and get rid of the wicked figs because they won't turn. They won't turn. He done did that over and over again. So with that understanding, look at what's getting ready to happen now. It's 2 baskets. It's got some right now that when the Spirit that fell on them, they doing what the Most High want them to do. But you got some that ain't gonna never do it. So what he gonna do? He gonna send us out of here for our good. He gonna leave the ones that's still here for the sword and for pestilence. Destroy. He changed not. He's gonna do the same thing. He ain't doing nothing no different. So let's go. I'm gonna expound on it. What? We had giants. We had giants all over the land of Canaan. What happened? He came in. Moses then was killing all the giants, but what he left? He left a remnant of the giants. A base son, and some of his family. He always leave a remnant because he's righteous. It's what you do with it, whether he's gonna finish you off or not. But he's always leaves a remnant. That's part of him being righteous.
The same.
Whether you
I'm
wicked
thinking
or good.
also. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm finished.
Well, let me yield to Don to make sure he was done with his line of questioning, and then I wanted to say something that came to my mind.
Right.
No, I'm done. I'll wait till we get back to Obadiah.
Okay. So, first of all, clearly, this says to me that even though we understand the whole thing of remnant, there's always more to it. There's always more understanding to it. The remnant, with anything, there's good and there's bad. There's people that are going to obey God, and there's people that are not. There's people that are going to keep the laws and statutes of the Most High, and then there's people that are not. But that does not take away from the way the Most High has functioned down through the ages, and that is dealing with that remnant. And my understanding today is that the remnant, even the remnant, includes good and bad figs. Those people that will obey and those people that will not. Okay. Now, what that brought to my mind was, it brought to my mind the Amalekites. Okay. When I believe it was Saul.
Yeah, Saul.
Saul was told to utterly destroy the Amalekites. Don't leave no cow, no sheep, no goat, no king, no nothing. And because he disobeyed and did not, then there was a remnant left, and that's how Haman came through that line and was able to come back and try to attack the Jews during the time of King Ahasuerus.
Right. So now let's look at it. See, that's what I mean by reason I keep on expounding on these Hebrew idioms, because there's a whole other meaning that you might be in one place, but there's a whole lot more to it. So what does the Most High? What is one of his characteristics? He always leave a remnant, right?
Right.
Well, before he even sent Saul, he already knew he was going to leave. He was going to leave Agag, and then Agag's wife was going to be with child, and she was going to be taken in a caravan and take Haman to Babylon. He already know that. Mm-hmm. See, so that's a greater meaning. And then that's when he says that when you understand that's not Yahweh, but that is the Lord of hosts. And so what is this saying? That you fear him. Well, how you going to fear him if you don't understand the depths of this?
Right, yeah.
See, that's where the fear comes in at.
He functions, the way
that's where the fear comes in.
It's very important that we understand how our Lord, the Lord of hosts, functions. And because that is directly connected to how we think as a Hebrew.
Right.
We and how we even interpret, how we even function. When we were talking about current events earlier.
Right.
If we understand how the Lord of hosts functions as he deals with us and deals with everybody in the world, then we have an understanding. When we hear a current event about HR 1242 or whatever it is, we understand that the Most High is in that in some kind of way. He's working his will. Even though what we see with our natural eye, it may look like Trump or his entourage has some type of power, or the infiltration of other nations into elections are so huge. It might be huge, but it's not. It does not trump the plans of the Most High.
Right. So let's look at that. Just on your situation and my situation. Let's go 15 years ago. You was a dead woman walking, wasn't you?
Absolutely.
So the Most High came. The Most High came. So you can't go back to that. You was a dead. You was given up to be slaughtered, just like me.
Right.
But now that you have a greater understanding. So like he said, when the woman have a baby, she out of that baby, he develops for 9 months. Then the baby don't just come out. The baby line up where the head come out first.
Right.
See? So you lined up. So he said, I'm gonna bring the baby. First of all, I put melanin in you. Melanin in itself helps the fetus develop. Then at 9 months he lined the baby up. So I'm gonna do all that, and I'm not gonna bring the baby out. Come on. Right. So the same thing right here. How you know that you were the Most High that chose you? You was a dead man walking 15 years ago. So he gonna line you up, bring you through the 9 months, line you up to come out the womb, and then he don't bring you out?
Right.
No.
And then my zeal and my desire is to understand that there's always more that he is enlightening me on. He, like you said, he did not bring me out in order to leave me ill prepared and with a lack of knowledge, because we perish for a lack of knowledge. So we have to open ourselves up, and somebody comes forth, a man that is anointed of God comes forth and say, hey, we need to think like Hebrew Israelites. Then as a person that has been awakened, I'm interested in what does that mean? I'm now calling myself a Hebrew Israelite woman. I can't keep functioning like a Christian woman.
Right. No, okay.
Even just today with the teaching, the understanding of remnant, and the fact that when the Most High brings wicked nations against his people, he then becomes very strategic in that he wants to annihilate those bad figs, those apples that will spoil the whole basket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. So that's so hallelujah to the Most High. I wanted to say to you guys, I'm so sorry, but I have to get off the line. I have an engagement at 11:30. But I just wanted to say to everybody on the line before I go that thank the Most High for you. We love you. And may the rest of your Sabbath be blessed, and that you would walk in peace and the knowledge of who you are and who you belong to, and that is the Lord of hosts. So shalom to you guys.
Shalom.
All right. Have a good day. Yeah, I'm going to have to go also.
Okay, that's it.
Shalom, Jeanette. Shalom, Ms. Gladys.
Okay.
Was there anybody else on the line? I thought I heard someone else click in.
Right. So we're gonna come back tonight, right?
What time you want to come back tonight?
So I figured 7 o'clock.
All right.
8. I mean, we ain't gonna be long. We're just gonna do a recap.
Yeah, I won't be here tonight. I'm not gonna be.
Is it 8 o'clock Central?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I just joined on. It's Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey.
Come on, Kevin.
What's happening?
It's always good to hear your voice, Kevin.
Same here. What's going on? So you said y'all recapping tonight?
Oh, no, we can keep on going. I was just saying that for everybody to come back together tonight, because the process is that you start Shabbat at the end of the Shabbat. When it's over with, then you're supposed to come together and go over what you dealt with doing the Shabbat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on my little break real quick. That's why I just hopped on to see what y'all was talking about real quick.
So we'll come back tonight at 8, and then we can finish this, and then just do a little, just talk a little bit if you want to.
All right. Well, y'all have a good Sabbath teaching then.
Okay.
Is that 8 Central, Leonard?
Huh?
So tonight at 8 p.m.?
Yeah.
Is that 8 Central?
Yeah, that's 8 your time.
Okay.
7 hours.
So what is that my time?
9.
Oh.
9 o'clock my time.
Right.
Okay.
Wait. I'm confused now. So it's 9 o'clock Jeanette's time, so that'll be 8 our time.
Right.
Okay.
I was saying okay, yeah, we can do 7 our time.
Let's do 7 our time.
Yeah, I was trying to give time for the other class.
Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, I got you. You're gonna get on there too. Okay.
Yeah, so but there's enough time in there for that. So I hear 1 to stop the recording, right?
9 and then 1.
Yeah, go ahead and stop the recording. Oh my goodness. One more time, guys. What time do I need to be on the line tonight?
8 your time.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Shalom.
All right.
Yeah, I ain't hear nothing. I hear 9. I ain't say nothing.
It's hold on, I got it written down. It's pound. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. Give me 1 second.
Pound 9.
Pound 9 and then 1.